The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Happy New Year. Welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm here with my co-host, husband, Pat Devaney. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker. How are you today, Pat?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year. Another
yes.
New Year's resolutions. Do you have any?
Yes, we start off with, such excitement, hope, and
then by week one, it's done.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
but
I might make it a couple of days.
Yeah. We have with us Mark Gorulski, sales manager with Row Door Company in Dunmore. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thanks for being here with us. You've been here before. You're no stranger to our program. We're looking forward to our discussion with you today. We are here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we talk real estate. We have a full-time real estate office with many relentless realtors who've been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab and see what's going on at Dunmore Corners. We get thousands of hits a month from all over the world on that camera. It's unbelievable. And this time of the year, you never know what the weather's going to be, so it's always interesting.
Right, that's a major intersection, right? So it's a good way to check out what's the travel conditions.
Right through the heart of the metropolis known as Dunmore.
Yes, right. Very busy intersection. Some days there's even, what do you call it in New York?
Gridlock?
Yes, gridlock.
Yes, it could happen.
Yes. Uh-huh. And that's usually why I'm late for dinner.
Yeah, that's it. It's gridlock at the corners.
View our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to mobile-friendly jruddy.com, where all the popular podcast apps that we feature this radio show on they also appear there. So don't forget to check us out on social media. We're just about everywhere. Okay, Mark Gorulski, sales manager with Row Door Company in Dunmore. Tell me a little bit about you and your company, please.
Well, I'm the sales manager at Row Door. Specialize in garage doors, garage door openers, new installs, service, sales, everything from beginning to end.
After the last show he was here, I had them install a door on a building we bought, and I was in the garage yesterday looking at it, and I go, wow, this is such a nice door. They do great work. They really do.
Yes, they do.
At a very reasonable price.
At a very reasonable price. And how long has Row Door been in business?
Over 55 years.
Yeah, so.
We've been a staple.
Right. Well-established business. Yes, for forever. Okay. Before we start talking about garage doors, I know that you, Row Door, you and your company have been participating in our Bowl for Charity. We run a Bowl for Charity every year, and in the fall, usually. Last year it was September. Well, actually, 2023 was September last year, and 2024 it was in October. And you guys are always, now you weren't there personally in 2023.
Correct.
So your team did not win a prize, but I want to talk about this for a minute. This year you won a prize because you were there. And so what we do is we go out into the community. We get sponsorships for this community bowl. It's a charity bowl. And we have 8 teams. This year I think we had 10. And we give away top prizes from, the sponsorships we receive. We have very, very generous community members. And Row Door, not only do you participate as a bowling team, but you also give a nice contribution. So what we're able to do is give away these nice prizes. And the first place winner this year was Karamia's, and they donated their $1,500 prize to the Hospice of the Sacred Heart. And then second place is Pandarella's this year, and they gave their $1,000 prize to Northeast Suicide Prevention. They won first place in 2023.
That's because Mark wasn't there.
Right. Now, this year, you guys, Row Door came in third. You gave $500 to Allied Hospice.
Correct.
Right? And then fourth place was Century 21 Jack Ruddy. Now, this was our fourth bowling charity for bowl, and we never won before, and we won $250, which was also matched by Nicole Clark. She gave in one of our realtors $250, so we were able to give $500 to Abilities 21, and that's for special needs adults and children. So we had a good time. It's a great time out, and we always thank Road Door for their participation and contribution to our wonderful charity event in Dunmore. Now, on to garage doors. Pat, you just mentioned yesterday you were admiring your garage door.
Yes. You know why?
Why?
Because it increases the value of the house.
Well, there's reports out there that, this is the one thing that could, on return on investment for homeowners, 100%, in a lot of cases, return on investment. That's, really astounding.
Right, because people go and they spend $50,000 on a kitchen. Oh, I'm going to sell my house. Let me put a new kitchen in. They'll spend $50,000 is probably on the low side today, and then they only get a $25,000 increase over what they would have. They didn't get the return on investment. But with garage doors, the beautiful thing is you pull up to the building, and the first thing you see, you say, "Wow,
The beautiful new doors.
the beautiful new doors." And
I don't get it. So
I do.
I know you do,
I
and
do.
you can appreciate it. But well, whatever. So on the way over here, I was thinking, so what do I do all the time? What do I do that really gets under your skin and Patrick's? I
Never
question
do that.
everything, right?
Ever,
I have
ever
this,
do.
I always, since a little girl, I have to know why. And driving over here, why? Why are garage doors return on investment? Why is it 100%? But you're right, bingo. How many houses, especially new construction, have the garage door in the front?
It's the main focal point.
Right. Mm-hmm. Not so much us because we're detached and we're sideways and you
Right.
can't see it from the street.
And the building I bought that I put the door on, the door was, was
Hideous.
hideous and falling apart. And that affected the sales price. That's, the appeal, the curb appeal was zero on this building. It was zero. So, but when just by changing the doors and not spending a ton of money, putting that in, not only does it insulate and keep the heat in, but you go, wow. This building looks, it's new. And that
Right.
part is brand new of an old building. So it looks great. So go ahead. Now you don't have to say anything because we know everything about garage doors.
But aside from aesthetics and the look of it and the curb appeal, that is usually the main entry point, right, to somebody's home. They'll drive into the garage and then that's their main entry point. But they need, for their family, would want to be secure and safe, and that's what a good garage door offers, security.
A lot of people don't even have the keys to their front door.
Yeah, true.
They always go in through the garage door. Even if they don't park in there, it becomes habit to go in through the garage door. The kids are in and out. It's the main entry always.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the R value on a lot of these doors, you can vary the insulation that you get on the doors, can you not?
Correct. You can go anywhere from 0 R value all the way up to...
So what is a zero? Is that
18.
like a hollow aluminum door?
Yeah, it's a
basically?
non-insulated door. Probably practical for a detached garage that isn't attached to the house. When you get attached to the house, that's when you want to start considering an insulated door where you can go from 6 to 19. Typically, we try to stay in the 6 to 13 only because the 18 is kind of overkill.
Yeah, it's a big, thick door, I would think.
It comes in handy if you had radiant heat in the flooring. You're not going to get a huge return on the price and the different insulation value as opposed to the 13.
Did you know that a garage door can be up to 30% of the home's exterior? That's how much it
That's
takes
my
up.
dream home.
Yeah. And so an outdated or damaged door will detract from the look of the home. So if there's anybody out there looking to sell in the near future, I would suggest give Mark a call at Road Door. You could go very basic.
Yes.
And I'm sure you can go, there's probably top shelf garage doors, true.
There are doors that appear to be wood, but they're really not. It's a faux wood. So you can, for a basic single door, if someone's asking for a ballpark, I always tell them anywhere from $1,700 to $9,000. That's the variable.
That's the price spread. That's quite a spread.
It's crazy.
But some of the doors I look at, they look like barn doors. They're beautiful. They look like barn doors. They have the glass, and it's different, and the door is different colors. And I'd swear it was a barn door, but it goes up.
Yeah, those are beautiful. We have very basic white.
Don't give her any ideas, because I see where this is going already.
See me after the show. I'll give you a brochure.
No. Mark, it's got to go as soon as the show is over. He's very busy.
I can give you some all glass doors.
Wow.
And you'd see all my junk.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So are they tinted glass?
So you can get tinted. There's obscure, rain. We actually just did 2 doors up in New York, all glass doors for a guy that's building a summer house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it must be modern. I could see those at a modern home.
I could see.
It is.
Like on some of those restaurants they have with the garage doors, but they're usually in warmer climates. But they're garage doors and they're glass.
There's actually one up in, I believe it's Lake Ariel at Vincenzo's, has 6 of them that were put in that they open during the summertime to allow the fresh air in.
And the bugs.
So, yeah. But they actually make screens for that attach to the garage door. So you could open the door and then pull the screen down for that.
You got an answer for everything.
I do.
Really, truly.
That's 23 years.
So with the glass, are they paned or what does it look like?
So you can get insulated, non-insulated. It's a very large glass section that's in there. You're probably talking, the section's 24 inches high, so it's like 19 by 36 is the size of the glass. So it's big.
Yeah.
It lets a lot of sunlight in.
A lot of sunlight in. Yeah. Imagine what you can get done with all that sunlight, Pat. No?
Fade my cause. I don't want it. Are they UV protected, the glass?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
As long as nobody can see. And there's all of my garages, there's no windows in any of the buildings. I'm just from New York, and I'm very suspicious of everyone.
Paranoid.
Everything's got an alarm and cameras on it. I just don't like windows on garages.
I got a nice overstock one I could hook you up with.
Even the walk-in door to the garage doesn't have a window on it.
No windows.
No windows. None. But there's a lot of light. So there's a lot of light he put right around the whole perimeter of the inside of the garage are the fluorescent lights, the double.
They're on the walls.
Yeah.
They cost money.
Yeah, but that's okay. And then
Natural light is free.
Then I have the ceiling lights. Because, you work in the garage, you need a lot of white, and it's painted
white?
Gloss white. So it's
Yeah.
I hate dark buildings.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and then when you do work on the cars in the summer, spring, fall, and it's a nice day, you have the doors open.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So there's a lot of light.
So you could put the bug screen on.
Yes, and the bugs come in and they like the light. They're attracted to the light. But it's good.
So, Mark, in terms of these windows, is it like a regular window that we have in our house on these garage doors? Are they extra strength? What's the difference?
So there's differences. So on a basic garage door, you would have single strength glass, which can shatter. But any kind of insulated glass is tempered. So it can break, but you can't, it's not going to shatter like a regular window and fall out of the door. So for security wise, they literally would have to kick that window out of there. It's not just going to break and shatter all over.
So it's like the windshield on a car.
Basically.
With the plastic
yes.
in it. Oh, okay.
It'll crack.
It'll crack, but you can't get through it. Okay.
Right. And they sell security glass with the wire going through it as well. So if you had a business and you wanted to put those in, you're still secure for the weekend. They have probably about 10, 15 different options for the glass.
Well, I'm thinking about heavy winds.
Kids playing basketball.
Yes, baseball.
Yeah. Baseball. They play baseball. There's always home runs coming in my yard.
Right. We're always throwing balls over the fence. And I'm thinking of a wrench going flying. You know,
That's usually accompanied with some colorful language.
Well, that's right. Like, and then of course, you know, a driver that
hits the garage.
Yeah, hits the garage.
I almost hit the garage.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm backing in, I got to look in the mirror and make sure it's all the way up.
If it happens, it's not a big deal. You could, we can order just a replacement piece of glass. You take out the frame, pop the new glass in, reseal it, and it's fine.
Okay. So at this time of year, I'm thinking about snow. I don't want to think about snow, but it's where we live, right? So it's natural to deal with it.
Right. I would think about getting away from the snow.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question to you is this. How many times a year do you get a call at this time of year because someone plowed the snow
Through the door?
Through the door.
Oh.
So we get quite a few calls, not just for the snow plows pushing the snow into the door, but actual people sliding into the door.
With their car?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Typically, we get calls 7 to 10 times a week of people hitting their door. Or someone else hitting the door, or the plow pushing the snow into the door. We live in a society where we multitask. So we're thinking of something else.
Or somebody's on their phone.
Well, yeah. Well, we had the building. I do my own plowing. I got to plow in my truck and I got to plow in a quad. One year, we were away somewhere and we had somebody do it, and they put the snow, they bent the door in. Oh, but they didn't do it. They didn't. You bent the door. No, we didn't. Look at the door. What do you think? The door bent itself in? You know, nobody wants to take responsibility.
But the weight of that snow.
It's huge. Being pushed by a truck.
Right.
Goes right through the door. Bends the door, breaks the door, whatever.
Yeah, I looked at one from that heavy snowstorm just before Thanksgiving where the guy pushed the snow right into the lady's door. Bottom 2 sections destroyed.
So what are you going to do? You're going to have to replace the whole door? Or just the 2 sections?
She has an older door. They don't make the sections anymore. Oh. She's stuck buying a brand new door.
Jeez.
But,
and what about the plow guy? He's out of town, right?
He tried to fix it and then said, I don't know, call somebody. So, and he gave her our name to call. So,
yeah, this is what happens.
Got to be careful when people are plowing for you. Really do.
It's hard to find good help these days.
Really, it's hard to find good help, period.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mark Garulski, sales manager with Road Door Company in Dunmore. How does someone get in touch with Road Door, please?
You can call us at 570-655-7701, or you can visit us on the web, www.roaddoor.com.
Our special sponsor this week is Compass Health Systems. They are a locally owned organization dedicated to offering a wide range of services for individuals in Northeast PA. Their offerings include personalized behavioral health support, educational services, early intervention, as well as occupational, physical, and speech therapy for individuals from infancy to adulthood with unique needs. They aim to empower positive outcomes one person at a time. Currently, they provide in-person services in Lackawanna, Susquehanna, Wayne, Carbon, Monroe, and Pike counties, along with virtual services available statewide. If you or your child would benefit from these services, visit compass-health.org or call 570-280-2800. That's 570-280-2800. And Compass Health Systems was our platinum sponsor for our Dunmore Community Charity Bowling event, and they gave us a sizable, very generous donation. And because of them and others, we were able to give some wonderful prizes this year. We're headed towards a break. Stay tuned in to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be right back. Are you ready to make your next move in the world of real estate? Look no further than Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, your trusted partner in buying and selling homes. If you're a homeowner looking to sell, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will ensure you get the best possible price in today's competitive market. And if you're in the market to buy your dream home, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will help you find the perfect place to call your own.
Congratulations.
We've adopted the popular saying, an educated consumer is our best customer. That's why since 2010, we've hosted the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate Saturdays at 11 a.m., Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 The Talker. Visit jready.com. That's JRUDDY.com or call 570-344-6724. Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, where dreams find their address. Happy New Year. We're back with more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm just so happy the holidays are over. I feel this way every year. It's like, oh, thank God, they're over.
I love taking down the lights and the
everything
tree.
that goes with it, the putting up the decorations, taking them down, the running around buying gifts, parties. I mean, it's a great, festive time and holly jolly and all that good stuff. But
Do I detect a bah humbug?
yeah, that's why there's a 9-foot Scrooge on our front porch, because that's how I really feel. All right. Mark Garulski, sales manager with Road Door in Dunmore. Thank you for being here with us. First half of the show, we talked about how important a garage door is for appeal, security, and it's great to have, an energy efficient one. Also, we talked about the trending glass doors that a lot of people are opting for. I'd like to talk about
return on investment.
And return on investment.
100% return on investment.
Very
That's huge. Huge.
Huge. Anyway, this time of year, things
Get stuck.
get stuck, don't always work. Snow plows push snow through doors. What else happens?
So one of the other biggest things is in the extreme cold, the torsion springs start to break.
And what are they?
So that's the spring that lifts the door. It's up above. Actually, the longer you've been doing things on those days where it's 5 degrees, you actually can hear them breaking in your sleep. It's a common occurrence. It sounds like a shotgun blast going off. A lot of times people don't even realize what that was. Their first instinct is usually, was it the water heater? Was it the furnace? Until they go out and push the button and the garage door doesn't open.
The torsion spring holds the door open.
And it snaps. Does it snap while the door is going up or down, or just on its own?
Usually when it's down, because that's when it's under all the tension. Most torsion springs have 10,000 cycles, which is about a 7 to 10 year lifespan, depending on how much you use the door. But just the cold temperatures just seem
Wreak
to
havoc.
wreak havoc.
All right.
Is it an expensive repair?
It's not. Most torsion springs range in about $125 to $150, plus the service, which is $125. So $250, $275.
No, you come in, you wind them up, you wind them to the way to the door, and
Yep, we check it, and then we also lubricate everything, go over the whole door, make sure everything else is in tip-top shape.
what else happens in the wintertime?
Yeah, what else makes your phone go ding-a-ling?
So the doors, if we're getting an ice storm, or maybe we got some snow and it melted, but then the temperatures dropped, the door will freeze to the ground. So we recommend...
So what happens when you hit the button? Nothing?
The door doesn't open. You could rip the J-arm off of the door.
Burn your motor out?
You could burn the motor out. You could pull rollers out of track. You can create quite a mess.
Does the motor know that it's stuck, or does it just try and overpower it?
It knows. It'll stop. The problem is people just keep pushing the button.
Oh, yes, I can see
This
that.
door, it's not working, and they just keep pushing it.
That would be me.
And it just keeps
And I'd
yanking.
keep pushing, and I'd push harder and harder and harder.
This isn't working. But it goes a little bit more each time, and it just keeps creating more stress on the door itself.
And that's a good fun repair.
We never had that happen. Oh, dear.
God,
now I'm going to
almighty.
knock on wood.
Now, go ahead.
We never had that happen, but I'm sure,
Is there any way to prevent it?
So there is. Typically, after people have it happen the first time.
Well, it's too late, but then they do it.
But then they ask, oh, what could I have done? So we always recommend if you know it's going to drop in temperature, throw some rock salt underneath the door.
Where the rubber hits the ground.
Where the rubber hits the ground. Or you could take a deodorant stick and paste it onto the bottom rubber, because that will not allow it to freeze as well.
Really? And it'll smell
nice.
And my garage will smell good.
Yeah.
Smells beautiful.
Yeah, well,
Smells
my
like Irish
question
Spring.
to you is, isn't there a rubber underneath the door, like that's under where the door meets the pavement, and does the rock salt eat that away?
It doesn't. That rubber will deteriorate over time, but it's mainly because of where we live. So we have extreme cold in the wintertime, and then we have extreme heat. So typically 4, 5, 6 years, it'll just dry rot. The rock salt itself will not affect it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. I never thought to do something like that. Did you?
I never even heard of it. Never even heard of that.
So what mistakes do homeowners make usually when their door doesn't work, other than pushing the button manically? Is there anything else that they do that they shouldn't do?
They try to change or fix it themselves. So they try to change rollers themselves. The biggest one being the bottom roller, which has the cables attached to it.
Oh, I know where this is going.
People think, oh, I'll just take the fixture off. Well, it's under tension. And faster than you can blink, that fixture shoots up. And I've been to jobs where there's blood on the door and on the pavement, because, and it's a lot of the older guys, oh, I'm not going to pay. I can do this myself. And the next thing you know, they have 8 stitches on their hand.
They're in the hospital, in the emergency room getting stitches. Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah. Any other do's or don'ts when a garage door doesn't go up?
So if it was up, the biggest thing would be do not pull the emergency disconnect, only because if the spring is broken, sometimes the motor will still lift the door, but it won't put it down because it feels the pressure settings. So if you pull the red cord and the spring is broken, your door is coming crashing down.
Yeah, I've seen that. I rented a garage, and the springs were broken, and the only thing that opened the door was the motor. Yeah. And I changed it for the landlord. He was so grateful.
The older motors, sometimes they'll lift the door even with broken
lifted it,
springs.
Yeah. And the door was buckling, and you could see it. It was quite the show.
Mark Gorulski, sales manager with Road Door Company in Dunmore. How does someone get in touch with Road Door, please?
You can call us at 570-655-7701, or you can reach us on the web at www.roaddoor.com.
RWE?
ROWE.
ROWE.
Thank you, Mark, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right. So a lot of people at the beginning of the year think about what they're going to do. Do they want to rent? Do they want to buy a home? Is this year the year to buy a home? And one key factor that could help you choose is how much homeownership can grow your net worth. So every 3 years, the Federal Reserve Board shares a report called the Survey of Consumer Finances, and it shows the wealth among homeowners and renters. And there's a difference, and it's significant. On average, a homeowner's net worth is nearly 40 times higher than a renter's.
40?
40.
Wow.
And the reason being so much these days, like in the previous version 3 years ago, the average homeowner's net worth was about $255,000. Nowadays, it's nearly $400,000 versus a renter's $10,000. Is because of equity and the price appreciation of homes. So they've really grown over the last year, several years. Price appreciation. Low inventory really has pushed prices up, and they're supposed to continue in 2025 at a moderate pace. So that's why equity is the difference between the home's value and what you owe on your mortgage. So that's why the gain has been so significant in recent years. So when you think about whether you want to buy, that's a good reason. And if you can buy, you should buy. Thanks for joining the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be back next Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 The Talker.